Alright guys, so like I said, I'm going to bring you through my meal prep. Okay, so right now I have a few things going on. I started boiling the water for my white rice, and right here I'm making some coffee. I'm about to go through all of the foods that I'm going to be meal prepping for the next few days. I'm not sure what it is, so I'm going to go through all the macros with you guys. Let's do it. Alright, so we're definitely going to be using ground beef, the 90-10 ground beef. See that? Also, like I said, white rice. I'll show you guys the rice after. But what else I'm going to add into it is, let me see. Nice, some sweet peas, okay? So now I'm going to be meal prepping for the next few days, so that means I'm going to be making a lot of what I'm going to be making right now, and then at the end when everything is cooked, I will divide it up and track all the calories for everything. I'll show you guys what I do. Or you can do it the opposite way. You can do it before everything's cooked. You can measure everything and weigh everything raw, but then you would have to cook everything separately and it would take a lot longer. So let's go. And guys, this will be the white rice that I'm using. So I already started boiling the water and it's boiling right here. And I'm going to shut it off right now because I'm talking to you guys and I don't want too much evaporation to happen. Okay, let me see if this is ready. It's taking a little while. But so basically right here there's 4 cups of water, and the ratio for rice to water is every 1 cup of rice you do double the amount of cups for water. So since there's 4 cups of water in here, it's going to be 2 cups of rice. Now let's get measuring. Alright guys, so here we need 376 grams of rice raw. That would be 2 cups raw, okay? Alright. Alright, so here we have 376 grams of rice, okay? Alright, but guys, now that the water is boiling, I'm going to put a tablespoon of salt, okay? Or sorry, I'm going to put a teaspoon. I'm going to measure out in my head because I'm pretty good at doing that. Alright? So about I'll put a little bit. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to wait for that to come back into a boil because I turned it off because I had to weigh out the rice. But now, when it comes to a boil, I'm going to add the rice. Here it goes. Nice. Alright, so now we're going to wait until it comes back to a boil, stir it up, and then cover it, and then let it cook through. Alright? Now it's boiling. I'm going to give it a little stir. Now this this pot, people might say is a little bit too small, which I do agree. But in this house, this is the only size that we have right now. There's another one, but it doesn't, for some reason, it's made with a different material and it takes, I'm not even kidding, like 45 minutes to start boiling water. So I'm not using that one. Alright, so now I'm going to cover it, lower it, put it on low heat, alright, and let it cook through, okay? Hey Siri, set a timer for 17 minutes. Alright guys, so now comes in the calculations of how I want each proportion to look, okay? So, let me think. So for each serving, let me do it like this, alright? Let me do 8 ounces per portion, okay? So let's weigh out 8 ounces. One serving is 4 ounces, but also it is 112 grams. I'm gonna weigh it by the gram, so it's exact. That's what I like to do. 112, perfect. Now I tear it because I said 2 servings. So now another 112. Alright guys, so this is for one of the portions. I'm going to separate it like this, okay? Now let's do another 2 servings, okay? So guys, this is for another of these portions. And then let's do the third. Alright, so don't have enough ground beef for the third. So guys, here I have egg whites. This will be for one of the other portions. And we have the peas here. These are fresh to frozen organic peas. So I will just heat these in the microwave and then add it when everything's done. Okay. Alright guys, you're not going to believe it. This wasn't even going. The flame shut off. So I got to turn it back on. And I have to restart my timer. Put it to low heat and restart my timer. Wow, I can't believe it. Alright, and guys, and since you're here with me now, these are one of the times where I like to eat my nice treats, my cinnamon buns with my coffee. And I'm going to track it, of course. Guys, come on. Look at that. Look at that. Alright guys, I do want to apologize for the big scatter that's here. But now the rice is almost done. I'll say about 2-3 more minutes. So what I'm going to do now is try to figure out how many calories one meal would be. So 4 ounces of this beef, okay? Beef. No, sorry, not 4. 2 servings. So that's 8 ounces of this beef. Alright, so let me find it right here. Okay, so 2 servings is 400 calories, 46 grams of protein, 22 grams of fat. Okay, so far this meal would be 400 calories, but now I'm going to add the rice. So in this app, I just type in white rice cooked, and if I were to do 185 grams, that would be 205 calories, and that would be 1 cup of cooked rice. But I'm going to see, so I would do 2 cups, which would be 411 calories. And so far, that meal is 811 calories, 46 grams of protein. Now, I would like a tiny bit of more protein, but I'll just have to get the protein in other meals during this day. All right, so for one of these meals, 2 cups of cooked white rice, ground beef. Oh, and the peas. Forgot about the peas. Okay, so we cannot do, let me think. All right, we're just going to have to weigh this out when it's done, okay? So, and let's see if I add 2 servings from this bag, that would add another 140 calories with some more carbs, and that would be 951 calories for this meal. Now that is a little bit too much, so I'm just going to do 1 serving, and that would be 880 calories. It's a little bit better. I do like that more. So each one of these meals with the ground beef will be 881 calories, 96 grams of carbs, 23 grams of fat, and it does say 59 grams of protein, but no. I don't count the protein from the peas or from the rice. So really, it's only 46 grams of protein. Okay? Now, I think the rice is done. Yes. Definitely done, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to throw one of these in the microwave. Alright, now let's start weighing the rice. So I'm going to be keeping my pre-made meals in here. I can't find any containers. I think somebody threw them out, but it's alright. I wrapped this in plastic wrap, and then I'm just going to cover it again. Okay, so 2 cups would be 158 grams times 2. Hey Siri, what is 158 times 2?
158 times 2 is 316.
Alright, so 316 grams of rice, alright? Little too much. Whew, hot. Woo! All right, right there, 316. All right, there's one. All right, and here's the second, another 316 grams. See, a little too much. 313. All right, 316, perfect. So since peas are ready, since I already weighed the ground beef and I separated them, I'm going to do it in two separate pans. All right. Let's give it a little spray. Now, I put the beef on when it's still cold, the pan. What I usually do when I'm just making ground beef, like in my regular days when I'm not meal prepping, when I'm about to eat it for that meal, I just, I even weigh it on the pan. I just spray the pan and I put the pan on the scale and I weigh it like that because it saves me dishes and, it's a little easier. It makes my life a little easier. All right, guys. So now, now when the ground beef is cooking, I'm going to weigh out my peas for these meals. All right. I think I said one serving. Okay, so we're gonna do just that. And remember, these eggs are for the last meal. Okay. So let's weigh out the peas right here. All right, 85 grams, one serving. Right there, perfect. That's one. And that's two. That is two. Now let's come back over here to the ground beef. I just want to show you guys how I season it, because people might say that this food could be bland, or you know how people critique meal prepping and bodybuilders. So I season this with some garlic powder, salt, of course, and some pepper. All right, and now it is time to flip. And now that's when I chop it up. So guys, I just want to say, the only criticism I would give myself is that I would like slightly more protein. I would like at least over 50 grams. I like anywhere from 50 to 60 grams of protein per meal, but 46 isn't that low. But next time I would put a little bit more ground beef and then maybe no peas, but I just wanted a little bit of diversity in my meal. I didn't just want rice and ground beef. I wanted a little bit of diversity, but it's all right. It is what it is. All right, guys, so I'm just preparing my third meal. So guys, in this meal, I'm doing a little bit more carbs. I'm doing 2.5 cups of rice and 2 servings of peas, because this one is going to be for my leg day, so that requires more carbohydrates. So that will be 395 grams of rice. All right, this ground beef is done. But hold on, I think this might be the exact perfect amount of rice. Rice is so sticky. All right, let me see if I can get this up. Guys, you don't understand. I think it's going to be perfect amount. So I just need 18 more grams of white rice. All right, guys, I'm right under it. Right under it. And now for the protein, okay? So if we're going to be using, I think, all of this for my protein for this last meal, because that is the only protein I have left. I also have egg beaters. So it will be 8 servings of this, which is 40 grams of protein, 200 calories, absolutely insane split. And then I will do 3 servings of this, 15 grams of protein, 75 calories. All right, I'm actually going to do only 2 servings of this. All right, so total calories would be 904 calories, 69 grams of protein, but really 50 grams of protein from these right here, and only 1 gram of fat, 126 grams of carbs. Okay, so now we'll weigh out the peas. 2 servings, so 85 grams times 2. Let's just get all these peas in here. All right, so guys, we actually didn't have enough for 2 servings of peas, so it will have to be, it's 105 grams of peas. So that brings it down to 850 calories with 120 grams of carbs, okay? Now we just have to cook the eggs, but before that, I'm going to finish off these 2 with the ground beef. Okay? Coffee. All right, let's just finish it off. All right, so guys, now these 2 meals are ready. I just have to cover them. And we're just going to weigh off the eggs and we're done because I only have to meal prep for 3 days, these upcoming work days that I have. Because when I don't work, it's easy for me to cook and weigh my food on the day of instead of having to meal prep even for my off days. I like to cook on those days. Okay, so let's weigh out the eggs. So it was, I don't even know if I have enough for this, but let's see. No, definitely not. So we'll do 5 and 5. So guys, we're going to do 5 servings of this, 5 servings of this, okay? Because I was going to do 8 servings of egg whites, but I don't have enough in here. So instead, we'll do 5 servings. Hey Siri, what's 5 times 46? 230. Guys, the reason why I do 5 times 46 is because 1 serving is 46 grams. So I'm going to be doing 5 servings. So 5 times 46, which is 230 grams. And same thing, this is 46 grams as well. So 230. Oh, put too much, but it's alright. A little more protein. So I'll just go here and I'll do 6 servings instead of 5, okay? Let's get this cooking. Alright guys, so as these eggs are cooking, I'm going to stir it up. And what I like to do is I like to add the seasonings after the eggs are cooked, so it doesn't dry it out. And yeah, it's just because I went to culinary school too, so I just know that it's much better to season after eggs are cooked or when they're about to be done than when they're raw. Okay, season it. Eggs are done. Same seasonings. I like to do garlic, pepper, and salt, or sometimes I'll use onion powder. Or even sometimes I'll throw in chili powder, paprika, all that stuff. But right now, make it nice and simple for myself and use the same 3. Okay guys, now I came across an issue because this bowl is too small for the eggs too. I do not know who threw out my little containers that I usually use for meal prepping. But I'm going to have to transfer bowls, and I'll get back to you guys with it. Alright guys, I did the bowl transfer, and this one should be good. I'll just cover it really good afterwards, but let's get the eggs in here now. I don't really have another choice. Alright guys, at this point I have all 3 meals ready. The reason, like I said, why I only did 3 meals prepared is because I only need them for the next 3 days. Not tomorrow or the next day, but days in advance after that. If I have to freeze them, I will. I don't, but I'm just saying. Say if I had to meal prep for 5 days, I would have made 5 meals. Or if I had to meal prep for 10 days for some reason, I would have made 10 meals. But all I needed was 3, and that's what I did. So now let me cover them really well. All right, so guys, at this point, I have everything covered. And now what I do is I grab sticky notes and I will label it. So this is rice and eggs. I will put... That's what I will write here. And I will write exactly what I used, okay? So 2.5 cups of cooked rice. The reason why I write it is so when the day comes, I will be able to track it in my calorie tracker, okay? And I used 105 grams of peas. And then I used 5 servings of egg whites, and I used 6 servings of egg beaters. All right, and of course the date. So this will be for Saturday, which will be, what's today? 7th, so Saturday 8th, tomorrow 9th, Friday, for August 10th. 8/10, okay? And then I just label it like this. Put it over here, and then I'll do the next one. So this one and this one are the exact same, so that will make it easy. All right, so rice with ground beef. All right, so 2 cups of cooked rice, 2 servings of 90% lean ground beef, and 1 serving of sweet peas, which is 85 grams. And then I write the date. And then same exact thing for that one. So I don't need this anymore. But yeah. All right, guys. So the reason why meal prepping is so important is because I know exactly what I eat from calorie to calorie. I'm able to know the exact macros. I'm able to adjust the carbs for certain lifts if I need more carbs. That's why in this one there's more carbs for like my leg days, and then I don't have to guess what my macros are if I'm eating out. And having food ready, meal prepped, it just takes out. This took me, like an hour. That's nothing out of the day. But I will see you guys in the next video.